Hi everyone and welcome back to The Upside. As you know, Fransha and I have been making quite a few updates about our fertility journey and just things that we've discovered along the way. I really hope you find these videos inspiring and, we're trying to be really open about everything that's going on. And even looking back at some of the YouTube videos we've made, before. Really being real about what was going on then, what was going on subconsciously. So I really hope that it helps and that it makes a difference. Today I want to talk about time. So recently I felt that somebody gave me the gift of 10 years. Okay, so let me explain. I always thought that not having children would be the most horrible, unfathomable idea, and it was never even an option. I also spoke about this in our previous video. And secondly, it was also this idea of waiting a long time to have children. Like, I felt like we've been waiting for years and years. We've been married for 6 years and we've been trying for years on end, and we've had so many interruptions, like we just don't get a break. There's no breakthrough, So I always thought that just waiting even longer, it seems like a nightmare. So obviously people always say you're still young, you still have lots of time. And we speak about this time thing in our previous videos. Please go watch the last couple of updates, because you have to actually watch that for this video to make sense. I have numbered them so it's easy for you to follow. Of time and waiting and waiting and waiting. So recently somebody told me about their specific situation. So they are much older and they are expecting a baby now. The woman is 40 and the husband is about 42, 43. And yeah, they just shared their story and just how this is the perfect timing for them. Everything worked out great. They still had time to do lots of things that they wanted to do in their life, and now they're ready to settle down. They got married a little bit later and now the baby is on its way. Now obviously it's not ideal. We all know there are more risks when you are older, so it's not ideal, but it's not the worst case scenario. Now even that was like a major epiphany, because I felt it was the worst case scenario, like waiting for years and years and years. And this person just said to me, you still have another 10 years before it's seriously a problem, before you seriously can start thinking of the possibilities of, well, maybe this is not going to happen. I'm 31 years old now, so let's say until 38 at least, so that's another 7 years. 41 now, it's really serious, etc. Even with technology these days, it's not ideal. That we know. That's common sense and general knowledge. How I Met Your Mother fan. Anyway, so for the first time I really felt the permission, or that I got the permission to just relax. I know it sounds weird, and many people, maybe some of you watching this video, have said to me, relax, you still have lots of time, you're still young. Honestly, it didn't really make an impact. I just blocked it out, because it was like, you still have a lot of time means you can still wait a lot of, a long time. And I don't want to wait. I didn't want to wait. But then when this person said you still have like another 10 years, before it's really serious, it felt like somebody gave me the gift of time. Like, you can relax, live your life, enjoy your husband, enjoy your marriage, do whatever's next, and it will happen when it will happen. So I guess what I'm trying to say by making this video is, it doesn't matter what the opinion or the fact or the input is. If you're not ready to really receive that, it's not going to go in, if that makes sense. Give yourself time to really adjust to things and to your context and to, you know, things that are happening around you, so that when you are ready to make a choice, use the opportunity. But before you're ready, just feel the feelings, you know, just be honest about how you feel and what you're going through. If you feel frustrated or you feel impatient, like, be honest about it. Say, I feel impatient, I feel jealous, I feel sorry for myself. Whatever the emotion is, be honest about that, because ultimately that's what's going to help you to get through those emotions, by being honest about the emotions. That's what happened to me, and I suppose, you know, this is something that has probably happened to you as well. Like, almost like your recovery goes faster if you're just real with yourself and real with others. I was very open about the fact that I really wanted children, and then recently I discovered that it's not only really wanting children, it's also actually about granting my husband his dying wish, because he had cancer. His only regret was he wanted children, and then he survived, and that then became our obsession, and it was something that I really wanted to give him and still do. But now that I know that there's a responsibility, I feel, this is my opinion, I feel that we operate according to many things in our subconscious, but when it comes into the light, you can go, you know, one of two ways. You can continue to think that way, or you can start making changes and making mind shifts. And it's not easy, because, you know, you're kind of stuck in a rut, or there's a groove of thought patterns that has been established, and now, you know, to get out of that is not easy. That's why I'm making these videos. That's why Franz and I are really honest about these things, because you can actually watch the videos and see us thinking out loud. Sometimes on camera even, we figure things out that we thought that we understood, but then we actually see, the other person sees this differently, which is very interesting, because this is real life. This is not a show or even a reality show. Nothing is scripted. We turn on the camera and we talk about the things that we've been talking about in private. I feel this immense sense of relief, just to know that it's okay, it's going to be okay. I know it sounds silly, but, you know, just thinking about that, the gift of time, to know that I don't have to stress about not having children now. There's actually no reason to stress about not having children now. Francia is healthy, I'm healthy, everything, all of our tests, you know, indicate that there's nothing wrong with us. We actually just have the future to look forward to. We kind of reset. We're back to where we were before Francia got sick, in the sense that nothing's wrong, it's just going to take time. And in the same breath, almost, I want to say that we will never be the same. What happened to us and what happened to you and what's happening to all of you, it will change you. You can't go through something traumatic and you know, and it not have, or you can't go through something traumatic and just come out the other side exactly the same way you went into it. And just carrying on this topic of time, it takes time to figure out when is the right time to make different decisions. When is the time to change? So for us, now is that time. We've had 3 years after Francia had cancer. We've gone through all of the fertility treatments. We thought we were over and done with it all, and we've recently discovered that no, actually, subconsciously, this is still driving many of our decisions and thoughts. So now we are at a place like, okay, now we know what's going on. What are we going to do next? How are we going to do it? But ultimately the most important thing is we are going to do it together. We are going to figure this out together and take it day by day, and record our journey and put it on the internet for everyone to see. Why not? It's not like it's private. I guess today I just want to encourage you, if you're going through something difficult. I can say this because I know, because I've been going through difficult things very recently. And I would just like to say, take your time. Don't rush your recovery process. Be honest about the way that you feel and the thoughts that you have, because you will look back on them and you will understand what was really going on. If you allow yourself to take time, it will open many doors for you in terms of discoveries about yourself, about who you are and who you want to be and who you can be. But take your time. Don't feel rushed. I felt rushed, and many things actually ended up to be mini disasters. And I've learned from that, so I think it's it's appropriate for me to pay it forward and to tell you, it's not worth rushing recovery. If you've gone through something, take it for what it is. Be honest about it, and the sun will shine again. When that is, I can't tell you, but here I am, and I'm on the other side of a major challenge that I had to face quite recently. And if I didn't do it properly, it would have taken 5 times the time that it took. So I hope this video helped, and I hope that through all of my abstract ideas that you could extract something that makes sense and that's concrete to you. And we will keep on sharing our journey and just talking about the things that we discover and feel and want to share with you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!